Hi everyone, Bev Adamo here with Wild and Wise Women, Wild and Wise Sisterhood, and I'm here today to talk about something, of course, that's always very near and dear to my heart, and that is the state of being that I like to call present, being present and accounted for. So that's what we're going to talk about. Oh my gosh, it's like there's so many things going on that I'm thinking about handling right now. And oh, I've got this going on and that going on, and thinking about all the things that I want to say and everything else. And oh, wait a minute. This is about being present. Whew. Okay, well, let's just go right away. Like, how do you do that? How do you remember to do that? Well, stop. Having an awareness that I was thinking about all these different things. I'm thinking about different posts I need to do and emails I need to write, stuff like that. No, 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 no. I am here right now. And that's where the stop comes in. It's like, stop for a moment, Bev. Breathe. Really deep breath all the way down to the pelvic floor. And what am I here for? What's my intention? Well, my intention is to share some things with each and every one of you who are here by divine appointment so that you can truly understand what it is to be present. And then that is exactly what I do, is I have faith and trust that everything that's going on around me or that needs my attention elsewhere, will be there when I get back to it. But right now, I'm here. I'm present. I'm accounted for. Because it's my intention to be of service, to be on purpose, and to show people what a difference it can make to truly be present in their life. I got a letter from a friend of mine the other day, and it was one of the, letters about how her life had gone the past year and things like that. And she mentioned something about how, she doesn't know how it is for other people, but for her, as she got older, time seemed to fly by. Well, I'm going to tell you something. That's a choice. That is a choice. All right. Why is that? Well, let me start with my experience this morning. My experience this morning was being in the presence of a 4-month-old baby. And this baby was amazing. We come into this world and on this planet with a knowingness and a beingness of being in the moment. As kids, oh my gosh, it seems like we have all the time in the world. Well, we learn that that's not true. That's what we're taught. But I don't teach that. What I teach is that we still have that ability that we came into this world to be so very present. And it was really cool because when I walked in and I saw this little baby and a woman I know who was holding him, and as I engaged with him, I brought myself into that same sense of presence where he was. And my friend was funny because she says, oh my gosh, she just immediately, he was getting a little fidgety. Well, yeah, because he was tapped into the other energies around there about doing this and doing that, so many things going on. And when I stepped in front and engaged with him, it was like, yes, dear soul, I am here with you. I am in this moment, and there is nothing or no one else that needs to even enter into our consciousness, because you and we are engaged, soul to soul, mind to mind, heart to heart, presence to presence. And of course, he immediately reacted and responded in a way that was to relax and smile and just truly be engaged. So we're taught to disremember that, to let that go. And I know one of the things that I was so great at, one of the things that my very dysfunctional childhood taught me was to be totally present in the moment, because there were so many times when there'd be situations going on and it was truly life or death, that if I wasn't able to be there totally without regard to anything else that might have been going on in my life, if I hadn't been able to be there, somebody could have and probably would have died, including one time for myself. So I I kept that presence, that being for a long time until the dysfunction was so much that I had to leave. I had to not be present. And that's what has happened to a lot of us. It's not just that we're, taught by people, you have to do this and you have to do that. And sometimes the dysfunction in our lives as we're growing up is so great that we have to leave for self-defense. We can't be there. And as I continued on my life journey, and I recovered from the dysfunction, remembered who I am and that being that I am and that presence that I am, then I also remembered about how flexible time is. So if you're a person who has a lot to do and has a lot on their plate, the best thing you can learn and the best thing you can remember is how to be truly present. Because when you do that, when your kids are right in front of you and you're engaging with them and you're allowing yourself to truly be present and engage with them in a way that most parents aren't, oh my gosh, what a gift to you and your children. And guess what? All your clients, everything else that needs to be done, you're going to have the time and you're going to have the presence to be there and do those things as well. So let me be clear about this. If you're interested in allowing time to be full and rich and capable of holding for you everything that a moment has, then begin practicing being present. And it is a choice. It's a practice. We practice being scattered. We practice being overwhelmed. We practice this in our daily lives. You can stop that with the awareness. Stop it. Breathe. Set an intention to be fully present and focused. And then do it. Be it. Be there. Oftentimes when I'm meeting with people, whether it's one-on-one or even a small group, someone will say something about, oh, that train is so loud out there. I'm like, what train? But, oh, something fell over that. What fell? Having that ability to be so very present will bring a quality into every interaction that you have. And don't be overwhelmed with it. Again, it's simply a practice, a very simple practice. Stop, breathe, set your intention, and be. Be in a place where your body, your mind, your heart, everything is right there where you are. And it is a choice. That's the thing to remember. With social media and everything out there, I love social media. Oh my God, Facebook Live. Yay, I love it. It's an opportunity for so many things. It's a field of all possibilities. The internet, it's incredible. It's amazing. And when we develop the ability, when we remember our ability and our capacity for being present in the moment, that's when we're truly able to utilize and take advantage of and experience the positive possibilities that everything brings to us, that all of our circumstances bring to us. Being present allows us to know that everything happens not just to us, our circumstances also happen for us. And when we can be very present in those circumstances, wow, what a difference our lives. Do you want to be that person who's on your deathbed, or you're dying, you're out of here, you're on your way out, and you experience your life review? Do you want to be the person who looks at all these things that happened in your life and going, whoa, I missed that. Oh, where'd that come from? Wow, I did that. Holy cow. You don't want to be surprised on your death about what your life was about. Oh my gosh, life is for and worth living. That means developing a practice of being present and accounted for. And again, having that faith and trust in yourself. Okay, so here's something else that comes up. In this remembering of who I am and my presence and being present, I have access to source, like unbelievable access to source and intuition and insights and ideas. And they pop in because I'm very present. And here's what I do with those. I don't ignore them and go, hey, I'm being present, don't bug me. No, 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 no. What I do is I have a way to capture that. You know, the epiphanies, the big pips, the insights, the intuitions, the ideas. Have a place to capture that. And as you also get into that practice of being present, of noticing the intuitions, ideas, and insights, and then capturing them, your mind, body, spirit, everything will start being trustful. It's going, oh, she's got this. She's going to use that intuition, that idea over here. When it's time to be present, to take a look at all the things that came up. So for me, I have my phone with me. I usually capture everything on within the phone. I have an app that does it, or you can do it in notes or whatever you want to do. The point is to get to the place where you train your mind and your spirit and your body to know that all these purposeful ideas and insights and everything, you're not going to miss them. You don't have to have fear of missing out anymore. You're not going to miss them because you're capturing them and you're putting them in a place where you're going to go to every time. And this is where the part of presence is being honest with yourself and keeping your word to yourself and keeping your commitment to yourself. Because as you start to live completely authentically and honestly and be who you are on purpose and practice this presence, oh my gosh, like I said, what will come to you is extraordinary. And I can't emphasize this enough. As you practice presence, time will expand. It totally expands. It's amazing to me. When I allow myself to be so scattered and I'm not present for anything that I'm doing in a day, poof, no, I get nothing done. That's why my practice every day and every moment that I can bring it into my awareness, I am present and accounted for. So I want you to think about this. Know that it's a choice to be present, and it doesn't have to be overwhelming. As a matter of fact, it's going to bring such peace and serenity and excitement into your life by being present. People are going to notice. Your kids are going to notice. Your family's going to notice. Your friends are going to notice. Your clients are going to notice. Your business associates and colleagues, they're going to notice when you start being really present to what you're doing. And I promise you, it's a lot easier than what we were taught and what we forgot of who we are and what we're doing. So I want to say one more thing about this. I mentioned that early in my life, because of the dysfunction, at a certain point, I had to leave because there was just too much. It's self-preservation. I couldn't be present. I had to be away as much as possible, out of my body, all of that. So when we become conscious and when we are in this place of remembering about presence and about the power of presence, we can then choose to not be present. So for example, oh my gosh, I have a great example. This morning, I'm doing sit-ups. I'm not talking about crunches. I'm talking, all the way back in and all the way back up, those things that are like torture to my abs, and yet they feel really good afterwards. But it's like, no. Oh. So what I do in places like that, and I've also been told I have a really high pain threshold. Well, it's not that. It's simply that I'm able to allow the part of me that might be sensitive to the messages that pain is bringing in, like if I'm having dental work or, wax or anything like that, or doing sit-ups, I can allow my body to be there and to know that all is well. And at the same time, my mind can be somewhere else. So that's the other thing about truly being present and accountable, is that when you choose, then you can allow yourself to expand to other places where your mind is in a place of very meditative peace while you're doing these sit-ups and you're breathing, or you're focused on your breathing. That's why some of these practices like meditation and yoga and things like that, because they focus on the breath and the breathing and the body, mind, soul, and all of that. So you can learn to just have much more flexibility in what you do and how you do it, so that all your experiences, even the one that that might involve some physical pain, whether it's, some exercise that you haven't done, muscle soreness, whatever. You can choose how you show up and how you're present. So again, you have the choice to be present and accounted for, to live your life in a way that every single moment is so full that when you are ready to leave, you'll look at your life review and go, oh man, every single moment I was there. So rich, so full. So thank you all for joining me in this divine appointment. Until next time, remember, be wild, be wise, and above all, you are loved.